Shalom, family. Shalom. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. Good morning, America. What's left of it? What's left of it? Good morning to you. And the rest of you, good morning to you too. Welcome to the land of charlatans, political prostitutes, bribed out and bought out officials, political sociopaths, mental sociopaths. A country controlled by evil, what they call politics. It has permeated every facet of everybody's life. I've never seen the government so involved in this country's citizens' lives, both parties. Both parties. I've never seen a time when one party creates issues to then fight about and to divide America. And again, I speak to you as a black man, which I'm ashamed to be a black man in this country. Not because I'm black, it's because I'm fucking American. And it's a freaking embarrassment. I feel sorry for the soldiers who would give their lives to maintain this, to maintain it. I ask myself frequently, actually, what exactly are you fighting for? What are you fighting for? You want the honest answer? They use you as the fist that goes around the world and take other people's resources for American corporations. And you call it something else. And yet there you are, spilling blood, killing people, of which they have done not one iota of harm to you. Yet you call yourself honorable, all the way until you experience the VA. Do you still feel honorable at the VA? You see how they treat you. Maybe they know something that you don't know. Maybe they know something that you don't know. This country is kaput. It is broken. It is FUBAR. You know what FUBAR stands for? FUBAR. Fucked up beyond all repair. It's done. You have the rich making themselves richer. Congratulations, rich people, on your tax-free lifestyle. I'm loving it for you. Tax-free. Imagine this here. They basically are living life tax-free. Does anyone know what the corporate tax rate is? You would be surprised. You would be surprised. You have some of these bastards who are billionaires and millionaires are getting tax refund checks. I'm telling you. And the IRS went after the person who leaked the information. Who leaked it? They've been robbing you for 25 years at least, gathering, I think that over a 6-year period or a 10-year period, their wealth grew by a collective 11 trillion. This is your rich and powerful. They sure are working hard, ain't they? They working their ass off. They are working. No, they're not working. They have bought your government. They take and profit more off this country than anyone else in the country, and they pay no taxes. No taxes. Tax rate just like you. You know how many people are driving up and down these streets making money off of driving up and down the streets, transacting business using the streets and the structure that's already there. That is who is meant to pay the taxes. Those are who are transacting business. See? And that's fair. Why shouldn't they? They didn't build no streets so that they could drive on and just go to their workplace or their business. They should pay for the streets. I mean, when you start to look at it, it's just one big pool, and whoever has the biggest hands or the most connections control that pool of money. Even here in Houston, we see it. The same people get money from the government over and over and over and over. And where are they getting it from? They've done everything from, man, listen, when you go so far that we will cut social services, take money from that to specifically give to a select group of people. Select. And the only excuse is to keep up with parity in some other state or city or locale outside of your own. That's their reasoning. But it is a lie. That is a lie. Anyway, it's a lie. Okay? No, they're simply paying off those who they feel like should be paid off. It's simple as that. You don't have a democracy like that anymore. That shit's gone. You can't have a democracy inside of a damn corporation. What is the democratic principles of the corporation? Huh? So are they acting as government officials or are they acting as corporate heads? CEOs, assistant CEOs, managers. What are they? Because that's going to reflect what you are. Clearly, they're not government officials. Clearly, corporations don't have government officials. You see, name another corporation where you will find a government official making government money, as in on a salary, using taxpayer money. Where else does this exist? Where else? Where else? So how, look at the country now. The typical person cannot run for office. They have determined that it's going to be them. They simply present to you a slate of opposition opponents, and they say, choose from them. But all of them come from the same place. All of them. Every last one of them come from the same pool. Are you that stupid? Are you that stupid? And you keep doing it over and over and over. So I ask again, is this a country with a government, or is it a corporation with a CEO and a board of directors and staff, and with each director having their own assistant or deputy? What exactly are you living here? It looks like it is a corporation. It acts like it's a corporation. It doesn't give a rat's ass about anything but the bottom line, their bottom line. And who runs this corporation? The donor classes, billionaires, millionaires. In this way, they have bought off your government, even when it's not legalized bribery. And it is legalized bribery. We've been saying it for 15 years. That has only gotten worse and worse and worse. And you as the people are supposed to know this and still bow down to their authority, when you know, when you have the knowledge, then again, what does that make you? Are you a citizen? Or are you even a sovereign person? I don't know what the hell you are, and neither do you, and neither do you. But I do know that you can be a citizen inside of a corporation, and that the whole idea of the political sciences and the body politic, all of that is nothing but theater. At best, theater to choose which one of them are going to bilk your ass for $156,000 a year as they make themselves richer and richer and richer by selling that seat and or by selling access to that seat to the donor class as the donor class write the laws. Literally, the donor class is writing the law and giving their version of it to their preferred representative, which becomes law. Think about that. And you still think that you have a represent? Well, you do. They just don't represent your ass. They represent the donor class, billionaires and millionaires. I say you let them some bitches vote. Nobody else vote. It'll be, I mean, that would be quick. Let the billionaire, I mean, that's who they represent, right? What the billionaire class want and what the donor class want is what the party wants. It, it is that simple. And you still running your ass around here screaming, democracy, democracy. I believe in capitalism and free market principles. The fuck out of here. You know nothing of such. You know nothing of no such thing at all. At all. This is why sometimes I ask myself, should everybody be voting? Should the politically unastute have the same vote? Let me be quiet before I give racist white folks an idea. They'll be trying to bring us back an aptitude test with strange words on it, and in order for you to vote, it's crazy out. It's crazy out here, people. It is crazy. So, what is this country? I keep saying I owe this country nothing but what it has given me, which is nothing but pure hell. And I shall be bringing it my own version of hell. They're going to feel like it's hell anyway. But that's not the point either. The point is what I'm asking you. What are you in relation to the government that's really not a government? It's most definitely not a representative government. Well, anyway, let's complete the statement. What are you as the quote unquote American citizen, quotes, what is your position and what would your label be if your government had switched roles and said, I am now a corporation using your money, making myself rich? And we see this right now. We've seen it like forever. Every last one of them, if they not millionaires, become millionaires off of 156,000 per year. How do you become a millionaire off of that money? Bribery that you call donations, write-offs and kickbacks, guaranteed contracts. See? And no one does anything. Insider trading. How about this? The people who sit on the committees that write the rules for the stock market are also allowed to trade in the stock market. What the hell? And you think that somewhere in there, they are so honorable that they would never do anything to benefit themselves from that position. They would never do that. Man, stop it. Stop it. We've seen them do it. Tried to stop it, And they came out and said out loud that they have a right to interact with the stock market, whether they are senators or not. Okay? This is what they said. Give me that corn dog. Come here. Give me that corn dog. But I'm sorry about that. I was messing with his dog. He's packing a corn dog around here. But what are you? Because they damn sure do not treat you or this country like you respect them. It's like I was saying yesterday. The people in this country, especially black people, do not reflect the actions or the activities or the histories over all this time. You walk around as if nothing happened, and they rewrite it and they tell you what happened and dare you to tell the truth. What kind of country is that? And this is a sociological phenomenon. This is a fact. It's happening as I speak. They need the lie. They need it. They simply don't want to be seen as what their actions would belie. They want to be seen as something else. They want to be seen as honorable. They want to be seen as respectable. And they're not. I say that you show them the same amount of disrespect that they've shown others, even up to the governmental level, all up and down the chain, actually. If the government has decided that it doesn't have to respect you, it's going to do what it wants to do, disregard how it's going to affect you, then you owe them nothing. They are telling you point blank, I don't give a fuck about you. Are you not hearing me? I don't care what you eat. I don't care where you go. Are you not hearing me? Are they not saying that? Who would say that they're not saying that as they throw people out their homes to complete projects in which they're already saying that they're not going to bring back the same units. They're going to have a X amount of low income and X amount of middle class. Why the fuck would you want to do that? What is the point? Well, and let me tell you how this works out sociologically. They put the middle class in there, and the middle class themselves, over time, will either leave and create a market transaction, or that they will force the poor people out because they were organized within themselves. This is a fact. We've seen it over and over, and they know it too. They know it too. And they're not even going to bring back hardly any low income units within literal walking distance of downtown. It is prime real estate. Houston said a few years ago that it didn't want to bring any more low-income housing or Section 8 units. They said it out their own mouth. And everything that they have done, every trick they can think of, have been employed. It's right out their own mouth. Why you think they destroyed Arbor Court and didn't replace the units? Displaced hundreds and didn't give a fuck. We've seen the same thing in Lincoln City. They ought to do this every chance that they get. But I want you to notice, it only affects those who they want it to affect. Okay? Nobody else. Nobody else. You can look all around you, and you see us here. I must have struck a nerve, and they blowing early, so They probably shouldn't have ought have done that, but that's them. This is Houston. This is a fact. While at the same time, on the one hand, I don't have funding for hotels. I have no place for you to go. I don't even offer it. I just want you out in 5 weeks. And on the other side, I tell you the truth, they are literally supporting with taxpayer money tens of thousands of people that should not be here. We're not talking about with food stamps. No, we talking about with cash money payouts. As I speak, what is the difference? One of them is black and one of them ain't. One's black, one ain't. Any more horns that you want to blow? I wasn't going to bring up that part. One's black, one ain't. Are you seeing it now? Any more points that you want to make? One black, one not black. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Well, at the same time, saying that this is a post-racist society. After Obama, it's just post-racist. Never mind that. I'm going to show you how bad they need the lie. We just musing this morning. Musing. Can you tell me in what century or generation or whatever time frame or time measurement that you choose to use, when did white women start having black babies? I ask this. When did white women start giving birth to black babies? I'll wait. I'll wait. The short answer is they don't. They never did, and they never will. Okay? So, how did Obama pass himself off as a black man when his father is Kenyan and his mother is a white woman? You tell me that. This is why I don't like the terms like black. No, no. We don't do terms like black. It's a trap. But the point I'm asking is, how did they pull that out? You know that they were having actual arguments in black people's houses about if this nigga was black or not. I'm talking about it was a running joke. In some job sites, white boys was asking the black dudes, how's that black president of yours going? Laughing their ass off. Because they understand. You guys are fucking stupid. What is driving you? And you up in arms. I mean, not in terms of violence. You just gather like you had been presented a real black president. What is it about humans anyway? See, now I'm really just musing. What is it about humans? Why do you think that half equals whole? Half got more, half has more value than the whole. I'm trying to understand because as a farm boy, whenever we went to buy chickens and other types of livestock, we wanted to know if it was full-blooded or not. Only when it gets to humans do you have this thing, and I mean, in the social construct, that biracial trumps pure-blooded. Huh. That's weird. That's weird. However, America indulges in all different types of fantasies. It's out somewhere fantasizing right now about what it's going to do to someone else violently. How they going to steal. How they going to get some money. And this is from the bottom to the top of the top. Even the ones who got billionaires will wake up this morning and they will have extra money in their bank accounts. You call it interest and investments. And this is what they money bought overnight in their sleeping hours. Wow. And in the meantime, you have a whole cabal of ish families controlling it all with family names going back generations. And it's amidst of that, you have another group of organizations protecting them by family names. Boy, we know everything. We know everything, and the devil is a lie. And these organizations live amongst us, walking around us, protecting the very thing that would just as soon cut your baby's throat. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, this is a nation of freaking traitors, straight traitors. Okay, and it's a nation of them. Man, where's Uncle Sam? Where is Interpol? Maybe I should be contacting Interpol people. This is a cabal of criminals. America is a land of criminals. Okay? No matter how you slice it, it's built right in. The corruption and the graft and the money grabbing and the land grabbing and the lying and the stealing, and these days even raping and pillaging right before our eyes. And they manage to walk around with their heads held up high. With their heads held up high, like it's all just so much par for the course. As if it's just so much par for the course. Well, last generation, they would have had the right attitude. That would have fit right in. It would have been just par for the course. But these days, we want to kill you. Now, you knew that how I was going to get there. Of course we do. I mean, once you make things zero sum, that either good die or bad die, then we started focusing on ways and tactics of murdering bad, murdering dark people, murdering liars and rapers and thieves and blasphemers. What did you think would happen? That we all continue to think that we all are part of America and we are all U.S. citizens. We should love each other. And we have to. No, 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 no. Stop lying. This is a corporation. A corporation. There is no citizens. There are only people buying on for their slices of the pie, and whoever can take the most pie gets the pie. Whoever can't fight the wolf off gets damaged by the wolf, or outright murdered and eaten by the wolf. That is what this country is. Don't try to make it something else. That there's not a bit of honor in it. I told you, when a lowly black man can start to feel the weight of the embarrassment and the shame, I would think that's a whole new level, considering that we just a bunch of niggas. I'm telling you, you guys are icky. You're just icky and sticky. At any rate, I'm fucking embarrassed. I'm fucking embarrassed. Thank you, Generation X, for not being dead yet. Because these people here, I mean, are you not embarrassed? I'm going to speak for you. Yes, they are. Who would have thought that our children yo, would have brought us this shit? Have brought us this shit here. Look at the place. What is left? Everything has been tampered with. It was like the devil is trying to do his own reset. Let's rape everything and let's rape everybody and let's redo it again. It's not funny. It's not funny. But the devil doesn't give a damn, and I can't afford to. Okay? You don't give a damn either. But even that is a work of the devil, because I don't see how you can throw people out in the middle of the cold with the knowledge of. I'm looking at the city managers, I'm looking at the city council, I'm looking at the mayor, I'm looking at all these fuck faces that's running their ass around as bureaucrats, making good money. Well, I'm going to tell you again, until you have a representative that truly represents the poor, then you're fucked. Because you're the ones who can't fight off the wolf. You'll see how easily and with a straight face, we're going to cut social services. We know them people need it, but these people who already got cars and mortgages and houses and food pantries and freezers with food in them, I think that they need it more. Plus, plus they all took the oath, and we know how this shit go. They done sold their souls, now they get paid. And that's the truth of the matter. They didn't give a damn. Who takes money from the poor and give it to the not poor? While they hunt down Robin Hood. Goodness gracious. In your face, they do the exact opposite of what God would have them do. That's why they godless. You get it? They're godless. That shit does not affect them at all. Not the people giving it or not the people receiving it. They will sleep well and they will drive up and down the street and look at the very ones that their raises and bonuses walking the streets and sleeping in the fucking bushes or on the goddamn sidewalk. They'll even go up and arrest their ass later. Ain't that something? Ain't that you talking about one hell of a corporate system here who has a hard on for the poor? At least I thought they did. No, what it is whoever can't fight off the wolf. If you're not willing to hurt them, shoot them, burn the place down, riot, stab people, push people in front of cars and all that kind of shit, then they simply ain't gonna hear you. And when you do this, they're gonna say, we are not, we are victims. We are victims, but all the while, it's their decisions hurting you. What decisions do you make ever that can or would hurt them? Short answer is you don't. Short answer is you don't. They've been robbing the poor in Harris County for at least 15 years that I can put my hands on. 15 years getting wealthy off the poor. Who would think that they would only in the devil's world create a whole market that makes money off of catering to the poor that never become anything else but poor. But they got jobs. They get grants and you still remain where you at. Ain't that something? Beautiful, ain't it? That's just the beautiful. At one point, Houston had so much extra money that they went out and bought multiple helicopters. What y'all think? That we wouldn't know? What city needs multiple helicopters? The truth of the matter is they was getting rid of the money. They were just getting rid of the money. Rather than using it for the poor or for the needy, they were getting rid of the money. They say, fuck you. That's how they feel. Fuck you. Okay? And at some point, you're going to have to respond. At some point, you will, because you're not going to have a damn choice. You will do this or you will starve or you will sell your ass for hamburgers. The choice is yours. But the day that I allow anyone to create harm in my life with their decisions, I will be kissing my own ass. I will be kissing my own ass. It's a sad thing, really. It's a sad thing. It is war. And why do they hate the poor so bad? You don't have to think the poor are just out there by their own fucking accord. No. I can tell you that over half of them were forced out there because someone else wanted them out there. That's what Houston is. That's what Houston is. Houston will use housing to force someone to do something that they want them to do. They will use housing. They will use the banking system. They will blacklist you, blackball you, use the police, use the courts. They will use your neighbors, use your friends. This is Houston. This is Houston. Okay? Now blow another fucking horn. We still got 20 minutes left. I can pick your ass right in. This is Houston. And this is what runs this county. Why you got racist ass white men running around saying things like, we're just Southerners. Or the self-deflating ass pig over here screaming, as a black quote unquote man, it's always been this way. Can't no one man change nothing. Nigga, I see why your woman fuck your ass over. Wanna go further? Wanna go further? Because we can. We got plenty of goddamn time here. At any rate, back to what I was saying about rich ass billionaires before I was interrupted by horns. Horns as if meant to be a signal. We don't do horns anymore. Blow a tune. Something I can dance to. At any rate, rich ass billionaires controlling the country. Rich ass people doing whatever they want to in this country. And who and what race are they? How much do they control? Who controls what? And force it on you. Every transaction has been a goddamn business deal, as if they don't live in the same country you do, and I guess that you would be the pawns. It sacrifice you. It is the rich who run around talking about depopulation. The rich. And who are the rich again? Who built the world again? And they hide. Oh yeah, they hide. And the people who will secure them, they also hide. And the demons that they call upon, they also hide. And the Molochs and Balaks and Blaylocks and Baals and Baphomets that they worship, they also hide. They all hide from little old me. And I wonder why. Yet there's someone in the midst of the black community, and not necessarily black, who has the fucking temerity to blow a horn. Oh, might I add, a city financed and city bought and taxpayer funded horn. So I reckon that they speak for the city. So that gives me the right to come right back at the city. You ain't no city. This is a city gives a fuck about its own citizens. You clearly don't give a fuck about your own citizens unless they happen to be white like you. Okay? This is why you will invade the black community with other races, because you don't like black people anyway, and you have a preference for every other motherfucking race. Any more horns? Because we can get with Zach here for sure. In 15 minutes, I can undress him and put his clothes back on. I can take his clothes off and redress him. I'm not good at, man, redressing grown-ass men, but I'm an expert at, man, taking their goddamn clothes off. Piece by piece, make them look like a goddamn stripper. I'll make them look. You, everything will be employed except the goddamn stripper pole itself. Undress the shit out of him. You don't get to tell me anything anymore. I'm more powerful than you. I'm stronger than you. My authority is greater than yours. What dwells in me is greater than what is in the earth. You don't tell me nothing. Not even with your damn horns. Unless I was to lie. Once I start lying, blow that bastard. You should probably start the shooting too, because God gonna start the shooting lightning bolts. God's gonna send lightning bolts after me. I'm controlled by me. Wow, that is frightening. Whew. At any rate, they want you, they want you to be quiet in the midst of suffering. Okay? Don't. Why would we be quiet as you make sure that other races and their children prosper above ours with our money, while you use your policies to wreak destruction on black people? Why? Why? And your ass is going to hell. Believe that. Going to hell. I mean, boy, it's sad, but well deserved. But and to have the attitude, at least in 2015, we're just Southerners, and it's always been this way. I know that some bitch there have always been a, a kneel down, bend over, striped up across the back ass slave, and you always been a overbearing, controlling master that sleep with the farm animals. You've always been that. You do know that you're farm animals. You're only three-fifths human. Don't make me remind your asses. They wrote it down. They wrote it down. But the sad thing is, I don't understand how Master over here is so fucking kinky that he would lay down or stand up and have sexual interactions with something that is only three-fifths humans, with him not knowing at all what the other two-fifths is. You're talking about rolling the dice. That's rolling the dice. Woo! Lustful, lustful, be that as it may. We live on a plantation. We live on a plantation. Not just black people, everybody do. One big plantation. As the rich and the ultra rich control you. Up until now, because we're going to do something about it. They on they up to bat. Why you think that we are on the Epstein list? We want it bad. Because we're going to use that to rip holes in the world. Not just in America. They all got to go. They all have to go in every part of the world. There's the deviant, degenerate, lustful, money-loving, money-grubbing, creepy ass, ritualistic, baby blood drinking, parasitic, non-symbiotic, myopic ass people. And I ain't even got it to the spiritual aspect of it. That's just a physical aspect of it. That's just a physical aspect of it. What, are you shocked that I use terms like baby drinker? Well, it's the truth. This is why I won't hear no more horns. I'll not hear horns because somewhere in the midst, there is a woman that's about to have her baby drinks. And guess what? That's what the baby was given birth for in the first place. Kaboom! And walking amongst us right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've known them to keep pregnant ladies in locked up attics until they had a baby. Yes. Right here in Houston. Right here in Houston. You stumble across this stuff when you're in my business. You know, maintenance and of a residential construction. You bump into all kind of shit. And there it was. And there it was. Would anybody like to know the race and the membership that the owner of the home was? Blow a horn if you would like it. Both race and the name of the organization that they were involved in for decades and decades, and owned their home for 35 years. So I know they're guilty. Blow a horn if you want to know the name. This space even had locks and chains in the attic. Blow your horn if you want to know the name. See, I'm finna prove it to you that they mostly criminals. I'm not gonna hear no horns. I'm not going to hear no horns. See how much they love each other? See how the principality works? You see, this is the principality at work. They know that it is not a lie. They know that this is the kind of shit that they be up to, all the while looking like they would never do such a thing, all the while requiring your complete submission to all manner of their authority, all the while they make decisions on everybody else's life. They're pedophilic. I'm sorry, that was politically incorrect. They're not pedophilic. They are minor attracted. My bad. They're minor attracted individuals. So my point being, you hear the silence? No horn. Because to give this up would get at least 450 sons of bitches in Houston alone immediately. And they all are employed in some, well, not all of them, in some way or the other, from the mayor all the way down to the motherfucking street by Harris County and the city itself. Murderers and killers and rapists, one and all. Protect yourselves. Get guns, knives, hand grenades, RPGs, C4, binary explosives. Anything, hey, mix shit up. That brings silence, didn't it? Complete silence. Damn shame, ain't it? And this is what runs the city of Houston and Harris County. Degenerates, deviants, full of depravity that simply protect each other all the way up and down that chain. The rest of you, enjoy the rest of your morning. I am Source. I am 7. I am 1.